Ella Stapleton, a graduate student at Northeastern University, felt a chill run down her spine. She was reviewing class notes for an upcoming exam. Something felt off. The language seemed strangely formal, lacking the usual nuances of her professor's lectures. Stapleton decided to investigate further. She couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The notes just didn't sound like her professor, Rick Arrowwood. Stapleton, driven by a mix of curiosity and suspicion, began comparing the notes to online resources. Her heart sank as she found striking similarities between passages in her notes and content generated by ChatGPT, a popular AI chatbot. The more she dug, the more convinced she became. Her professor was using AI to generate class materials. She felt betrayed. Stapleton had paid thousands of dollars for a quality education, not AI-generated content. The evidence was compelling. Stapleton found a glaring ChatGPT citation in the bibliography of one document. Furthermore, the notes contained unusual typos and grammatical errors, uncharacteristic of her professor's usual meticulousness. But the most damning evidence came in the form of bizarre images embedded within the notes. These images, seemingly generated by AI, depicted human figures with extra limbs and distorted proportions. Stapleton shared her concerns with a classmate who confirmed her suspicions. He, too, had noticed the unusual language and strange images in the notes. Armed with this corroboration, Stapleton decided to confront Professor Arrowwood. She felt it was her duty, not just for herself, but for all the students who were being shortchanged. Northeastern University, like many institutions, had an AI policy in place. The policy mandated that any AI-generated content used in scholarly submissions must be properly attributed. Stapleton felt that Professor Arrowwood had clearly violated this policy by failing to disclose his use of AI. She believed this lack of transparency constituted academic dishonesty and undermined the integrity of the course. Confronted with the evidence, Professor Arrowwood admitted to using ChatGPT and other AI tools, including Perplexity AI and Gamma, to create class notes. He expressed regret, explaining that he had been experimenting with these tools, but had not reviewed the generated content as carefully as he should have. Despite his apology, Stapleton felt let down. She couldn't understand how a professor could justify using AI to generate course materials, especially without informing students. What angered Stapleton most was the perceived double standard. Professor Arrowwood had explicitly warned students against using AI tools for their assignments, emphasizing the importance of original work and academic integrity. Yet, he seemed to have no qualms about using those very tools for his own teaching materials. This hypocrisy, Stapleton felt, was a slap in the face. Stapleton's case ignited a wider debate about the ethical use of AI in education. Some argued that AI tools could be valuable resources for educators, helping them to create engaging content and personalized learning experiences. Others, however, expressed concerns about the potential for AI to devalue human instruction, stifle creativity, and exacerbate existing inequalities in education. The university ultimately rejected Stapleton's request for a tuition refund. They argued that while Professor Arrowwood had exercised poor judgment, his actions did not warrant such a drastic measure. The university pledged to review its AI policy and provide faculty with clearer guidelines on the ethical use of AI in the classroom.